That one swung and missed it for strike 3. So Lout swinging there at what would have been ball 4. There's no doubt about that. He went after a pitch that was outside, and you could tell afterwards that he thought, oh no, what a mistake I made. That was definitely ball 4. So Mosley now, Caleb Mosley steps in, right-handed hitting right fielder. So now center with a runner at first and 2 down. And with 2 down, they might think about running Lane at first base to get in scoring position. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike over the outside corner, actually off the outside corner. I would think they might think about running because we don't have our usual catcher back there behind the plate. Here's a stretch by Smith. And the 0-1 swing and a miss, strike 2. Again, Spring Hill and Kilgore deciding to start their game at 8:30 tonight instead of 7 o'clock because of the threat of rain in Longview. Here's Matthew with an 0-2 count. And the 0-2 pitch. High, 1-2. So let's take a look at District 18 4A. 18 4A, Madisonville is the number 4 seed. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, got him. So Mosley called out on strikes as he is caught looking for the 3rd out. And so far the Center Rough Riders, no runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go now to the bottom of 2, Carthage 4 and Center nothing. Back after this 90-second break.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed...
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help you cut.
Taylor Marshall leading off for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 2nd, and that pitch to him is a call strike. 0-1 the count. We'll look at the 17-4A standings here in just a moment. Here's the 0-1. This one hit on the ground and into right field for a base hit. Taylor Marshall, one of the seniors, honored tonight. Singles his first time up to the plate here. Sharply hit ball into right field. Way to go, Taylor. And so now we go back to the top of the order, and Sam Watson, who walked and scored in the first inning. Spring Hill and Carthage tied at 12-2. Kilgore is 3rd. They've wrapped up the 3rd seed. They're 8-6. To show you how important those 2 wins over Kilgore were last week, pitched to Watson as a ball. If Kilgore had swept Carthage, instead of Carthage sweeping Kilgore last week, if Kilgore had won those 2 ball games, both Carthage and Kilgore would be knotted up in a tie. Both teams would be 10-4, but Carthage is 12-2 along with Spring Hill, 4 games back. Kilgore is 8-6. They've got the number 3 seed wrapped up. Henderson has the number 4 seed cinched They are now 6-8 for the season. And they could wind up the season instantly. The count now on Watson is 2 balls and no strikes. Bulldogs with a leadoff hit here in the bottom of the second. There's a strike to Watson. Count now 2-1. Kilgore and Henderson could wind up just a game apart if Kilgore loses to Spring Hill and Henderson beats Gilmer. And both of those things could happen. Outside 3-1 now on Watson. So Henderson is fourth at 6-8. This pitch is fouled off. The count now is 3-2 to Sam Watson. Center is 3-11. And Gilmer is 1-13. Henderson and Gilmer playing tonight. Assuming they're not getting rain. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and missed. Throw down to second, and he is in there standing up with a stolen base. So Watson goes down swinging for out number one. Marshall, I assume that's Marshall at second base. I didn't look closely. That may be a runner in for him. And now Hunter Leach is going to come up to hit for Brooks Soap. So Soap hitting for Hunter Leach. Let me find out if that's Marshall. Hey, man. Is that Taylor Marshall at second? Is that him or a runner for him? You can't tell? Okay. All right. Here's the pitch to Hunter Leach. A strike over the outside corner. And the 0-1. And that one pretty much in the same spot the previous one was, but it's called a ball. 1-1 the count now on Hunter. Slightly open stance at the plate. Here's the 1-1. This one swung on and missed. Strike two. Coach Causey making sure he gets all the seniors in there tonight. Last home game. Here's the 1-2. This one fouled off. Stays at 1-2. Hunter's older brother, Dylan Leach, one of the better catchers that we've ever had a few years back. Here's Wolf's 1-2 pitch. This one hit foul back into the screen. It stays at 1-2. Well, we've looked at District 17 4A. We'll look at 18 4A in the next half inning. This pitch, check swing. Oh, they say he went around. They say that Hunter went around. Look, Carthage crowd doesn't like that call. That's two down now. So we now have a runner at second. That is Taylor Marshall. He singled to lead off the inning, then stole second. So he's at second with two down for Dylan Davenport. Davenport reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run here back in the first inning. Carthage with 4 in the first. They lead it 4-0. We're in the bottom of the second here at Bulldog Park. Lady Bulldogs playing a bi-district game. Not too far away from here. Oh my gosh, there's a strike. That one, that's the widest strike he's called all night long. Right there. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Yeah, wow, that first one was a good 8 to 10 inches off the plate. Here's the swing and a miss. Strike three. So Davenport goes down swinging. And so for the Bulldogs, no runs on a hit. No errors and one man left. We go down to the bottom of, or the top of 3. Carthage leading it 4-0 over Center. We'll have it for you after 90 seconds.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located one block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
We go to the top of the third, and here's the pitch count for both pitchers. Matthew Smith with 36 pitches so far. And Easton Wolf has 51. So he's averaging just over 25 pitches per inning. He's going to cut that down if he hopes to go the distance. Matthew Smith averaging 18 per inning. Leading off for center will be Gage Vadrine. Pitch to him is outside, ball one. All right, we're going to take a look now here in just a minute concerning the district that we'll be playing. That being 18-4A. They have finished district play. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This one is lined into right field. Malone over to his right, cannot get it. It gets down for a hit. And so, for the second straight inning, the Rough Riders have the leadoff hitter on with a leadoff single. So Vadrine with a single to right, and he's at first base with nobody out for the top of the order in Sutton Link. Okay, in 18-4A, Hudson has won that district with a record of 9-1. There's a tie for second between Palestine and Book. There's a ball, and the runner was off with a pitch, and the throw goes into center field. So it is a steal of second for Vadrine. And that was ball one to Link. That throw was well off the mark by Cade Moore. Cade again getting his first start in district play. Now he may have started behind the plate in pre-district, but I did not see those games. But first start in district play behind home plate tonight. 1-0 count now on Link with a runner in scoring position for the Rough Riders. Matthew Smith to the plate, and he gets the bunt down. It's a good bunt. Matthew Smith going to go to the second baseman Martinez covering because Taylor Marshall was coming in from first to possibly field the bunt. So Vadrine now to third with just one out. It's a sacrifice for Link as he is out 1-4. And so now center has a great scoring opportunity here with a runner on third and just one out for Easton Wolf. Wolf was hit by a pitch in the first inning. A 1-ball, 2-strike count on him. It was an off-speed pitch, just completely got away from Matthew and plunked him in the helmet. This pitch is foul back to the screen. The fact that it was fouled off of the mask of Tyler Terry or the helmet there of Cade Moore. I think that went off the helmet of Moore and went back to the screen. At any rate, it's strike one. Strike one on Wolf. Smith from the windup, the 0-1, outside. 1-1 the count. We're in the top of the third. Carthage leading center 4-0. Final regular season game of the year for both teams. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one popped up, and that's going to be on the right side. Second baseman calling for it, and he makes the catch as he crosses into foul ground. That would be Maddox Martinez, and looks then quickly to third base to make sure that the runner has not tagged up and is coming home. So a nice play by Martinez. Now, going back on that play was Taylor Marshall, but a much more difficult catch for him to make. And that was definitely the ball of Martinez. Martinez definitely should call for that one, and he did, and caught it for out number 2. Nice play there by Maddox. Cody Atkinson, the batter now, with a runner on third and 2 down. The pitch to Atkinson, way outside on a breaking ball. 1-0 on Atkinson. He struck out swinging his first time up. Right-handed hitter, 3-hole hitter. Slightly open stance at the plate. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now. Again, Lufkin Hudson has won that district with a record of 9-1. They're the number 1 seed. They will face Henderson in the opening round of the playoffs. That off-speed pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. So that is set. Hudson against Henderson in the opening round of the playoffs. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 call, got him. So Atkinson called out looking this time, so he was swung and missed for strike 3 in the first inning, caught looking there at strike 3. And so Matthew Smith, with center having a runner on third and just 1 out, he gets out of the jam there with no runs being scored. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left for the Rough Riders in inning number 3. We go to the bottom of 3. Carthage 4, Center nothing. Back in 60 after this.
Change is...
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
Monty Bacon and Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot point washer and dryer set, washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $4.59, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks Spanish and delivery is always free.
3 here in Carthage at Bulldog Park. Cade Moore, the batter. It'll be Moore, Preston, and Chambers here in the 3rd inning. Easton Wolf, the right-hander, pitching for the Center Rough Riders. And we've got a little bit of a delay, a little bit of a equipment issue for the catcher, that being Kobe Lout. So we mentioned Hudson has won that district 18-4. They will face Henderson in the opening round of the playoffs. Madisonville, here's a swing and a miss, is the number 4 seed. So they will either face Spring Hill or Carthage in the opening round. 0-1 now on Moore. Here's the 0-1. And that one looked like it was a strike, but not caught by the catcher. And so I tell you what, sometimes when the ball is over the plate and the catcher doesn't catch it, you don't get the strike call. That may have been the case right there, or may have been high. So that's ball 1. 1-1 the count. That's ball 2. Wolf working in a hurry. Here's the windup, the 2-1. This one hit to right center field. Right fielder coming in, tries for the catch, cannot make it. It'll be down for a hit. That one hit in right center field and sort of out there in the Bermuda Triangle between the second baseman, the right fielder, and the center fielder. Right fielder got the closest to it. He tried to come up with it. I think he got his glove on it, but couldn't bring it in. So Moore is on first with a single. And that would bring up Cale Preston, who struck out swinging back in the first inning. Okay, so we've got a runner in. Okay, Landon Mojica running at first for Moore, and Preston takes one inside. So Mojica at first base running for Moore. 1-0 now on Preston. Here's a 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. So Hudson's the number 1 seed in 18-4A. Madisonville number 4. Here's the pitch. This one is lined. That's going to be down for a hit into right center field. The runner on first is going to try for third. Here comes the throw, and he's going to be in there. And now taking second is Preston. So Mojica goes from first to third on the single to right center by Preston. Preston with a single, and he takes second on the throw to the third base. So now the Bulldogs with a great scoring opportunity here in the third inning. They had 4 in the first, did not score in the second, but now they've got second and third with nobody out for Ty Chambers. Chambers with a 2 RBI single back in the first inning. And he made a nice catch in foul ground on a pop-up, playing third base tonight. So Hudson won it, Madisonville in fourth. Interesting situation between Palestine and Bullard. Here's the pitch, and that's high for ball one. They both finished with records of 7-3 in district play, and they split the 2 games that they played each other in district play. This is a pitch hit on the left side. Third baseman has it. He's going to go to first, and it is in time. Nice stretch over there by the first baseman, and Chambers gets an RBI on that because Mojica comes in to score on the grounder to the third baseman. Third baseman never looked at the plate. He just went straight to first. Preston advances to third on the ground out. So Chambers again is out 5-3, but he does get an RBI, so he's now got 3 RBIs in the ball game. He's driven in 3 of our 5 runs. So now a run in from Carthage here in the third. They now lead it 5-0. A runner at third with 1 out for Maddox Martinez, who reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. 2-0 now on Martinez. Wolf not wasting any time, even with a runner on. Working from the windup with a runner on third. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. This pitch is hit on the left side. Shortstop has it. Long throw, and this is going to be out at first base. Very close play over there. Daniel Pipak calling him out. And scoring on that is Cale Preston. So Martinez is out 6-3 for the second out of the inning, and he gets an RBI. So we've had 2 straight players ground out, and each of those plays bringing in a run. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's high to Malone. So the score now is 6-0. Bulldogs. 4 in the first for the Dogs, and 2 here in the third. And the pitch is a strike. 2-1 now to Malone. Wolf now up to 67 pitches, and we're only in the third. Here's the 2-1. This one popped up infield. Shortstop calling for it and makes the catch. One-handed grab for out number 3. So for the Bulldogs, 2 runs here in the third inning on 2 hits. No errors and no one left. So we go to the top of 4. Top of 4, Carthage leading it now. It's Carthage 6 and Center nothing. And Matthew Smith going to go out for the 4th inning. We'll be back after 60.
Pippin Motor Company, your
Thank you, Panola and surrounding counties, for supporting your local GM dealer, Pippin Motor Company, right here in Carthage. We are your Buick SUV headquarters. Come check out one of the many economical solutions Buick has to offer. Encore, Encore GX, Envision, or Enclave are sure to fit your needs. Whether you're looking for a new Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help. Pippin Motor Company has been serving this community for 72 years and pride ourselves with providing a premium sales and service experience. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle just across from Panola College, or look us up on the web at pippinmotorcompany.com.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
All right, we're back here at Bulldog Park. We were talking about District 18 4A. Bullard and Palestine finished in a second place tie with records of 7-3. And so who's going to be the 2 seed and the 3 seed? Well, if one of those 2 teams had won both games between those 2 teams, this ball is hit toward right field. Martinez to his left has it over first in time. Nice play there by Maddox Martinez on the first pitch to T.J. Bellin. As Martinez went to his left, came up with that one, and then threw Bellin out at first base. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Jaden Lane the batter now. Matthew Smith starting this inning with 48 pitches. This pitch is foul back. So Bullard and Palestine were tied with 7-3 records, and they split the 2-game series. So then they had a choice. They can either play a seeding game or they can flip a coin. And as I understand it from Coach Causey, Bullard wanted to play. Here's the pitch. It's outside. And the count now is 1-1. And Palestine wanted to flip a coin. And Palestine won the flip there to decide flip or play. So then they flipped to see who would be what seed. This pitch is a strike. 1-2 now. 1-2 on Lane. Top of 4. Carthage leading 6-0. 1 out, nobody on for center. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High, 2-2. So they flipped to see who would be seeded 2 and who would be seeded 3. Bullard won that flip, and they elected to be the 2 seed. So Bullard's the 2 seed, Palestine number 3. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. So Carthage right now is the number 2 seed in the district. If they stay number 2, then we will play Palestine in the opening round. Here's the windup, the 3-2. This one foul back. So it stays 3-2. I learned from Coach Causey this week in the interview with him that in Class 4A, if you win an outright district championship, here's the 3-2 pitch, this one, ground ball foul. If you're the district champion and it's not a shared championship, outright district championship, sometimes called an undisputed district championship, then you have, in the opening round, you can tell your opponent, okay, you can say, okay, we're going to play 1 game or we're going to play a best of 3. You can dictate that. Here's the 3-2, outside, ball 4. So Lane with a 2-out walk. Now, if it's not a outright district championship, then, one coach can say, okay, I want to play one. The other coach can say, okay, I want to play a best of three. What do we want to do? Well, because of our pitching depth, we want to play three. Here's the pitch. They try to get the bunt down, and it goes foul. So 0-1 now, Milford. Milford popped out to third his first time. That's the foul pop that Chambers made the nice play on, going over right next to the center dugout. So we've got one out here in the fourth. Center there trying to get the bunt down to sacrifice the runner to second base, put him in scoring position. Smith now from the stretch again. 0-1, squares around a bunt, takes a strike. 0-2. We want to play three. Palestine, as I understand it, has one very good pitcher, and they want to play one. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. And I can tell you that Palestine is here tonight. Palestine has split their coaching staff this week, or tonight, I'm sorry. Half of them are here scouting Carthage, and half of them will be at Spring Hill scouting Spring Hill, because they don't know at this point who's going to be playing them. They know that they're the number 3 seed in District 18 4A, but they'd be playing the number 2 seed, and that could either be Carthage or Spring Hill. So half the Palestine staff is here scouting us, half at Spring Hill scouting Spring Hill. I believe the head coach is here. Here's the stretch by Matthew, the 1-2. This one popped back, line back into the screen, so it stays at 1-2. And I believe Coach Causey said that after the ball game, that Palestine, with the head coach, will flip with Coach Causey here after the ball game. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Milford down on strikes, swinging. And that brings up now Kobe Louth, the catcher, who struck out swinging back in the second inning. So they would flip just in case Palestine plays us in the opening round. And they'd be flipping. They would want one game. We want 3. There's a strike to Louth. Pitch count for Matthew Smith now up to 63. Gonna guess this is his last inning right here, probably. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one a ground ball back to Smith. He's got it. Gonna go to first in time. He took a look at second. I don't know why he would do that, because there were 2 outs. He took a quick look there. Thank goodness he didn't go to there. He got the sure out at first. So Loud is out 1-3. And I suspect that the night is finished for Matthew Smith. No runs for center here in the fourth. No hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go now to the bottom of 4. The score, Carthage 6, center nothing. Back after this 90-second break.
Come and see the all
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger, and now it's an all-time favorite.
You can't beat it. It's hot, it's fresh. I love this burger. It's just perfect.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is my all-time favorite. 2 beef patties, 2 different types of cheese, caramelized onions. My favorite thing about this burger is the sweet and spicy pepper sauce and the bacon.
You asked for it, and it's back. The sweet and spicy bacon burger is now an all-time favorite at Whataburger.
That's happiness.
At Razor Services Inc. for all your flowback removal services. Just call co-owners Blake Young at 903-692-2535 or Brian Scott at 936-572-0724, whose teams are on the cutting edge of flowback services. Razor Services Inc., Gary, Texas.
We go down to the bottom of the 4th inning. Carthage leading 6-0. All right, let's see who's going to be coming up here in the bottom of the 4th for the Bulldogs. It will be Taylor Marshall, and then back to the top of the order, and Sam Watson and Brooke Stoke. Marshall with a single back in the 2nd inning. And again, I think that I'm just guessing that Matthew Smith is probably finished for the night. We'll wait and see, however. Don't see anybody warming up down in the Carthage bullpen right now, but they may have already warmed up. Batter now is, again, Taylor Marshall, left-handed hitter, a senior. Pitch is low. Really happy for this young man. His first time up in the ball game. Got a single back in the 2nd inning. That pitch is outside, 2-0. And it was a sharply hit ball on the right side. Left-handed hitter. Pretty much straightaway stance at the plate, just slightly open. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3. Got a good eye up there, at least at this during this at bat. Here's a 3-0. There's a strike. 320 down the lines here at Bulldog Park. 380 to straightaway center. This is according to Andy Dawson. Who oversaw the construction of this facility. Here's a 3-1, and that's low ball 4. So Marshall is on for the 2nd straight time in the ball game. And let's see if a runner comes in for him. Don't believe so. Well, you know that has to be a big thrill for him. A senior, again, one of 7 seniors recognized before the ball game. Those 7 are Taylor Marshall, Dylan Davenport, Ty Chambers, Landon Mojica, Matthew Smith, Patrick Malone, and Hunter Leach. Okay, here's Watson. This pitch is fouled off, out of play, left side. Watson walked and scored in the 1st, struck out swinging back in the 2nd. Pretty good lead over there by Taylor Marshall. Needs to be careful. Don't know what. There he goes. This pitch is lined into right field for a base hit. The hit and run is on here for the Bulldogs, and it's going to be 1st and 3rd. As center gets the ball back in. So Marshall off with the pitch. And he easily goes to 3rd. That was bobbled out there in right field slightly by the right fielder. So Watson now on 1st with a single. So he's now 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And the Bulldogs now with another good scoring opportunity. They've got 1st and 3rd with nobody out here in the 4th. And Hunter Leach the batter. Wolf to the plate. This one hit on the ground toward right field and in there for a base hit and RBI for Hunter Leach. Way to go, Hunter. Boy. Boy, if Hunter would just get excited, you know. Oh, my gosh. Not surprised at that at all. Happy for him. Okay, so coming in to score is Marshall. Watson stops at second, and Hunter Leach on at first base with an RBI single. So the Bulldogs with 4 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 here in the fourth. Now it's 7-0 Carthage. Runners first and second, still nobody out here in the fourth inning for Dylan Davenport. Pitch to Davenport, popped up on the infield. Go out short left field. Head shortstop out and makes the catch. Tougher play there for the shortstop than the left fielder. Left fielder didn't seem too aggressive in calling him off. And so the shortstop, Bellin, makes the catch. Davenport out on the pop-up to short. And Cade Moore the batter now. So runners still at first and second, now with 1 out. And the pitch outside gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance. So now runners at third and second. And Cade Moore has a chance now to drive in 2 runs. Carthage up 7-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Cade Moore has singled and scored. In fact, it was an RBI single and scored, and then singled and scored in the third. So he's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and RBI. This pitch is fouled back into the screen, and the count now is 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on. Foul back to the screen. 1-2. Tyler Terry behind the plate for tonight's ball game. Daniel Pipak on the bases. Daniel Pipak, the father of Pierce Pipak that we've had in several games this year in district play. Here's the 1-2 to Moore. This one foul back. Stays at 1-2. Easton Wolf now up to 81 pitches for center. Be pretty tough for him to finish this ball game. The limit's 110, so he's got 29 pitches left and 1 out here in the fourth inning. Here's the 1-2. This one foul back. Wolf comes in with another pitch, the 1-2 outside. And it's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cade Moore. Runners at second and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. 7-0 Dogs. Here's the pitch. This one is a little looper down the right field side, on the right side, and that's foul ball. Little flare over the first baseman's head, but it landed in foul ground, probably foul by 15 feet, something like that, 12 to 15 feet. So now this will be the 8th pitch coming up to Moore. Here's a 2-2. This one fouled off. Okay, now this will be the 9th pitch coming up to Moore. And the pitch count for Wolf just keeps going up and up. 85 pitches now for the center right-hander. The 2-2, outside, ball 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be the 10th pitch to Cade Moore. So this will be his 87th pitch, and 10 of them to this one batter right here. Here's the 3-2. This one hit to center field. Center fielder over to his right, makes the catch. There's a tag at third. Here comes the runner toward the plate. And they're going to throw to third, and now they've got a runner between second and third in a rundown, and he is tagged out. Okay, so Hunter Leach tagged out between second and third, but the run comes in to score. Sam Watson scores. And so Cade Moore flies out to the left fielder. And that's out number 3, and he does pick up an RBI. And so the Bulldogs with 2 runs now in the inning. So 2 runs in the inning. Let's see, there were 2 hits. There were no errors, and no one left. Okay, so now we go to the top of the 5th, and Matthew Smith out there again. Well, I was wrong. He is going to go out for another inning. The score going into the top of the 5th, Carthage 8 and Center nothing. Back after this 60-second break.
If you're looking for a great way to grow your savings in 2024, look to East Texas Professional Credit Union. They have a variety of plans and
Flow Zone is your industry leader.
just stop by any of the 21 locations of East Texas Professional Credit Union for all the details. Watch your money grow with East Texas Professional Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in
Top of the 5th coming up here at Bulldog Park in Carthage. And the Bulldogs now lead it by a score of 8-0. Carthage with 4 in the first, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. And Matthew Smith, I thought that might have been the end of his night's work, because he has 64 pitches, and I know that I'm pretty sure they don't want him throwing 95 or 100 pitches tonight, so we'll see what happens here in the 5th inning. Who's going to lead off for center? It's going to be Caleb Mosley, the right fielder, who struck out looking back in the 2nd. It'll be 8-9-1 for center here. Here's the pitch, and he tries to get the bunt. He gets the bunt down. Cade Moore up with it, throws to first, throws wild, and that'll be an error, and center will have a runner on base. So Cade Moore, again, making his first start in district play behind the plate, and you would expect, a little rust. And we've seen it tonight. A wild throw to second on a steal attempt, and there's a wild throw to first on the bunt. So the runner is on first with on an error by Cade Moore. And that'll bring up Vadreen, Gage Vadreen. Let's see if they put down another bunt. There's a strike. Well, seeing what Moore did on that one, I think if I were center, I'm just being honest here, I think I'd try another bunt. Throw to first, runner back. Defensively for Carthage, it's Cade Moore behind the plate. Ty Chambers is at third. Dylan Davenport at short. Maddox Martinez at second base. Taylor Marshall is at first. Here's the 0-1. Nice stop by Moore on a pitch outside. And the count now is 1-1 to Vadreen. Vadreen singled back in the 3rd inning. He has one of their 2 hits. 2-1. Missed most of last year with an injury. A freak injury occurred in the multi-purpose building. This is a ground ball. Could be 2. Second baseman pitched to shortstop for 1. Throw to first. Not in time. That was to get the runner there on the force out. And the throw to first was late, so Vadreen on with a fielder's choice. So now he's on first with 1 out, and here comes Jason Causey out, and this could be it right here. He's thrown 69 pitches. This break for this pitching change.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, recommend us, refer us.
All right, well,
Texas,
I was wrong.
New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Energy, ranked number 1.
Okay, I'll tell Josh. Okay, Josh, cut it off.
You will likely recognize Energy Carthage top management, Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor,
Josh, cut off the commercial.
Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website, energy.com, or call 903-693-8400. Energy. Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate residents. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana Pacific.
All right, well, I was wrong. Coach Causey was not coming out to relieve Matthew Smith. He came out to visit with the umpires, and I'm not for sure what it was about, but I'm going to guess that it had to do something with the force out at second umpire ruling, because he came out and visited with Daniel Pipak, the base ump, and then that he brought in Tyler Terry, the home plate ump. 1-2 the count now on Link. Runner at second with one out in the inning here. This pitch, did he go around? I guess not. So the count now is 2-2. One out, and a 2-2 count on the leadoff hitter, Sutton Link. Link is flied to center and put out a sacrifice bunt, and was out 1-4. Pitcher to the second baseman covering. Here's a pitch. This one is popped up on the right side. Someone should get this one. Malone in right field makes the grab and then quickly throws over toward third to prevent the runner from second from having any thought of a woof. And now here comes Coach Causey out. And I'm not going to go for another long commercial until I know it's a pitching change. 74 pitches. I'm guessing that maybe his limit is 75. But Coach Causey has not called for any. Now here comes someone in from the dugout. So the night is over for Matthew Smith, one of the 7 seniors. And he's getting congratulations from the infield as he will be leaving the ball game here in the 5th inning. So we're going to have a new pitcher. Let's take a 90-second break.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263 888-303-02.
Opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
You have a new pitcher, so Matthew Smith goes the first 4 2/3 innings, and he has given up no runs so far. Of course, he is responsible for the man at second base. 2 hits, struck out 6 and only walked 1. And so the new pitcher is Buck Bonio. We saw a little bit of Buck Bonio down at center on Tuesday night. I believe he pitched the last 2 innings there. Bonio, a junior right-hander. Bonio comes to the plate, and there's a strike. This is the 2-hole hitter, Easton Wolf. So center has seen Bonio. They saw him for 2 innings on Tuesday night. Wolf hit by a pitch and then popped to second. Here's the next pitch outside. 1-1 the count now. And again, if you joined us late, why aren't you asking for a Spring Hill and Kilgore score? That's because they're not going to start until 8:30, so they're about 3 minutes away from starting over at Spring Hill. Here's the 1-1 outside, 2-1. We're in the top of the 5th. Carthage leading 8-0. Carthage with 4 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. And we're in the top of the 5th. 8-0 Dogs. 2 outs. A runner at second base for center. Here's a 2-hopper back to the mound. Pitcher's going to go to first. Oh my gosh! And it gets away from the first baseman. That should have never happened right there. Bonio made a mistake, in my opinion. He looked toward third. Now, why would you do that? Well, you shouldn't do that because you've got 2 outs. All you have to do is to get the runner at first. He looked toward third, thought about going there, and then so that took a little bit of time, and then he realized, wait a minute, I've got to now hurry the throw to first, and the throw was off the mark. That's going to be an error there on Bonio. At least that's what I would rule it. And the run comes in to score for center, so now it's an 8-1 ball game. Center coach out to visit with the base ump, and they bring in a runner now for Wolf, I believe. Yes, that's right. So now it's 8-1 Carthage here in the top of the 5th. Runner on first with 2 down. That pitch is inside. Yes, that was a mistake by Bonio to look toward third. Should automatically have gone to first, and if he had automatically looked at first base first, there's a pitch that's low. 2-0 the count. Then he would not have hurried the throw to first base, because once he thought about third, that took a little bit of time. Meanwhile, the runner is advancing toward first. There's a strike right there, 2-1 now. And then he realized, oh my goodness, I got to hurry the throw to first base, and he hurried, and the throw was not handled by Taylor Marshall. Here's a 2-1. Outside 3-1. Here's a pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. We're in the top of the 5th. 3-2 count now, top of the 5th. Carthage up 8-1. 2 outs, runner on first base. Strike 3 call, got him. So Atkinson called out on strikes, caught looking for the second time in the ball game. He has struck out all 3 times at the plate tonight. And that ends the top of the fifth. Center gets on the board with a run. There were no hits in the inning. And let's see, and one error by the Bulldogs. And one man left. Okay, so now we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's Carthage 8 and Center 1. All right, we'll be back after this 90-second break.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and the Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's, a Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and the Loop.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bottom of the fifth coming up here at Bulldog Park in Carthage. And let's see who's going to be leading off. It's going to be Cale Preston and then Ty Chambers, followed by Maddox Martinez. Last regular season game for both teams, and, you know, could be the last game here at Bulldog Park for Carthage this year. I know there's been some interest from other schools about playing here, and who knows, we may wind up, you know, in a best-of-3 series, a game here, a game at the opponent, and then a game at a neutral site if a third one is needed. But no guarantee of that, obviously. Here's the 1-0. This one is fouled off. 1-1 now to Cale Preston. Again, a member of the Carthage golf team, a 4-sport athlete. You don't see that very often. First team All-District in basketball. Boy, an art that he has mastered. Here's the 1-1 pitch in there for strike two call, is the art of drawing an offensive foul on the opponent. In one game, he drew 4 offensive fouls. Again, that's in one game. This one hit back up the middle into center field for a base hit. So Preston leads off, and he's going to try for second. No one there, and he's in. Wow. Cale Preston with some alert base running there, and aggressive base running, as that was a single up the middle, and he takes second on the play. And I think you've got to give, in my opinion, someone from center an error, but I'm going to leave that up to the Coach Causey, because there's no way that should have happened. Right up the middle. Center fielder coming in. Well, we know it's a hit, so we'll call it a base hit and leave it up to Coach Causey. That pitch hit him. So first pitch to Chambers, and he is hit by a pitch. So now the Bulldogs have runners at first and second. Again, Preston with a single up the middle, and something happened. I didn't see it out in center field. The center fielder must have bobbled it or something, or maybe it was a case of the second baseman and the shortstop went out to take a throw, and the bottom line was, I think that may have been it. And so Preston he took a big turn. He's got good speed, and he saw, hey, there's no one at second base to take a throw, and so he took off and went in head first and was safe. 1-1 the count now on Maddox Martinez. So runners at first and second for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the fifth. Nobody out. Pitch is a strike. 1-2 the count now on Martinez. Martinez has reached on the fielder's choice and then grounded out to short, picking up an RBI on that. Wolf now with 95 pitches. Here's the 1-2. Way outside, back to the screen. Both runners will advance. way outside. I mean, I'm going to guess, off the plate, at least 5 feet, maybe 6. 5, let's call it 4. Let's call it 5 feet. So the wild pitch moves both runners up. Now 2 runners in scoring position. That hits him. So Martinez hit by a pitch. And here comes the center coach out. So for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 5th, a single and then 2 hit batters. Wolf now at 97 pitches, and that may have been his last one right there. We'll wait and see if the coach makes a change. And it appears that that's going to happen. But we'll stay here just for a second, make sure. Wolf is still out there. Some of his teammates congratulating him. And he will not be pitching. Okay, so there will be a pitching change for center. We're going to take a 90-second break. 90 seconds, Josh.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowners insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And, wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house back.
All right, the new pitcher for the Center Rough Riders is going to be Case Milford, who started the ball game at third base. And he'll be coming in with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out for Carthage. And Carthage up 8-1. So, yes, you do the math. We're up on them 7 runs. There are 3 runners on base. When you add 7 and 3 together, what do you get? You get 10, and we're in the 5th inning. So, yes, if these 3 runners on base score this inning, then we go home on the 10-run rule. Okay, and again, to take a look in the future for the Bulldogs, the Carthage Bulldogs in the playoffs. In the playoffs, we're going to be facing either Palestine or, let's see, we'd be facing Palestine or Bullard. Palestine or Bullard. If we finish as the number 2 seed, no, pardon me, Palestine or Madisonville. Pardon me, Palestine or Madisonville. If we're the number 1 seed, we face Madisonville. They're number 4 out of 18-4A. If we're the number 2 seed, that pitch is outside. We're going to face Palestine, the number 3 seed out of 18-4A. So the bases loaded, nobody out. And that one was outside to Malone. So 1-0 now on Malone. Patrick Malone, is struck out swinging and popped to short. He's one of the 7 seniors. Here's the 1-0 inside. That hit him. He is hit by a pitch. And so that brings in a run right there, and it's now 9-1 as Preston scores, and everyone else moves up 90 feet. So Malone is at first base. That's an RBI for him. And now it's Taylor Marshall at the plate. So now it's 9-1, and the runner that would end the ball game is at second base, swing and a miss by Marshall. Bulldogs up by 8 runs. It's 9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. We've got the runners. We got the bases loaded. That pitch is outside, 1-1. And so if the runner at second base scores and the runner at third base scores, the game will be over on the run rule. Carthage with 4 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 here in the 5th. Here's the windup and the 1-1 pitch outside. Gets away from the catcher, not very far. 2-1 the count now on Taylor Marshall. Marshall has been on twice. He singled in the second and walked and scored in the fourth. Taylor Marshall, senior. Here's the 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Still nobody out in the inning. Milford to the plate. There's a strike. Now it's 3-2. Three and 2 on Taylor Marshall. The windup. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one, ground ball to the right side. Second baseman has it. Flip to the shortstop. Safe at second. And a run comes in to score. And the bases are still loaded. So it's now 10-1 Carthage. And the runner that would end it for the Bulldogs is at first base. So that's an RBI for Taylor Marshall. So we now have number 9 coming up for the Bulldogs. And this is going to be Landon Mojica. So Mojica coming up now to bat for Sam Watson. Mojica, one of the seniors. Here's a pitch to him, inside, ball 1. So the bases are loaded here for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th. It's 10-1 Carthage. We need just 1 run to end it. Here's the 1-0, high, 2-0. Yeah, a walk here would do it. Third baseman for center, Willen on the grass. And in fact, the entire infield is in. Here's the 2-0. This one fouled off. That may have been ball 3 right there. That looked like that might have been inside. Maybe inside and high. Here's the 2-1. This one fouled off toward the Bulldog dugout. It's now 2-2. Landon Mojica with a chance to end it right here. Bulldogs will be in the playoffs starting next week against either the two. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one, ground ball, third base. He's going to come to the plate, and it gets past the catcher, and that's the ball game. The Bulldogs score the third run in the inning, and the Bulldogs win it now in the 5th inning on the 10-run rule, 11-1. Mojica reaches base on the fielder's choice, and the run scores on an error. So let's see. So we'll give you the wrap-up here. We'll give you the wrap-up in 2 minutes. Wrap up in 2 minutes on this one. Carthage wins at 11-1 in 5 innings.
You can trust the qualified qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located one block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Right on the loop, right on the price at XL Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price, right on the...
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
Okay, I tell you what, Josh, give me another 30-second break. 30 seconds, and I'll do the wrap-up. Thanks, Josh.
Change is constant.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
Friday night at Bulldog Park in Carthage, Texas, the Carthage Bulldogs and the Center Rough Riders ending the regular season for both teams. It was also senior night at Bulldog Park, and here are the 7 seniors for Carthage that were recognized before the ball game. Taylor Marshall, Dylan Davenport, Ty Chambers, Landon Mojica, Matthew Smith, Patrick Malone, and Hunter Leach. Those 7 young men playing their final home game as a Carthage High School baseball player here on Friday night. The Bulldogs got on the board with 4 runs in the first inning. They added a couple of runs in the third, 2 more in the fourth, and they end the ball game with 3 runs in the 5th inning to win it 11-1 on the 10-run rule after 5 innings of play. So here are the totals in the ball game. First of all, for the Center Rough Riders, 1 run on 2 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they stranded 5 runners in the ball game. Center now 5-19-1 for the season, and they finished District 17 4A play this year with a record of 3-12. For the Carthage Bulldogs, they had 11 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 5 runners on. And the Bulldogs for the season have now won their 19th game. They have lost 8 and tied 2. And for district play, they are 13-2 and assured of a district championship. Kilgore playing a late game on Friday night. They started at 8:30 because of the threat of rain against Kilgore. And if the Spring Hill, I say Kilgore, Spring Hill came into the ball game with a record of 12-2, going up against Kilgore. And if Kilgore defeats Spring Hill, then that means the Bulldogs would have an outright district championship, and they would be the number 1 seed. But if Spring Hill wins that ball game Friday night against Kilgore, then Kilgore and then Spring Hill and Carthage would be tied with records of 13-2, and Spring Hill would be the number 1 seed going into the postseason. So for the Carthage Bulldogs, 11 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and they strand 5. Matthew Smith with the win. He starts the ball game, goes 4 2/3 innings, and gives up only 1 run, only 2 hits, struck out 6, and he walked 1. And again, the final score for the Carthage Bulldogs in 5 innings is Carthage 8. Make it Carthage 11, pardon me. Carthage 11, and the Center Rough Riders 1. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen. Okay, want to thank Josh back at the station for his usual great job, and Brenton Finson for his work here on providing you with a live stream. Once again, the Bulldogs win it by a score of 11-1 in 5 innings, and they will advance now to the postseason playoffs next week. We'll let you know when they're going to play and who they will be playing. But the Bulldogs, for now, celebrating a big senior night victory here at Bulldog Park. Once again, the final score, Carthage 11 and the Center Rough Riders 1. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen. Have a good weekend, everyone. Okay, Josh. Josh, talk to me.